but there are people who take a piss. And they're taking the piss out of the system. West is best. End of conversation. I think it is. I know this is going to wind up. Some people, no, it's not. There's better countries. No, West is best. And the Western world is the best model for a peaceful and thriving society. Now, did you know, I've got the stats here, that people in the UK are part of the top 1% of the richest people in the world in terms of wealth distribution. And that is according to the Office of National Statistics. And I think what's happened is that we've become so used to good living, because even the poorest amongst us has mobile phones, TVs. I mean, you can be claiming benefits and still have these 60-inch TV screens in your house, and you've still got a roof over your head. You've got food banks everywhere. So even if you don't have food, you can go somewhere to have shopping. I mean, you can come here and get shopping. This is what we do as part of the church. It's to help with food. So you can go abroad to certain countries and you will not be able to feed your family. Your family will be dying from starvation. And we are so spoilt here in the UK. We have so much access, but I can tell you what, we are some of the thickest people on earth. And I think it's because we got so much access to information that we are watching and educating ourselves on the wrong thing. We are an entertainment-based society. We are a fast food society. We are one of the fattest nations on earth. This is telling us everything we need to know. We are forsaking health. We are forsaking education. We are forsaking intellectualism. All for the sake of entertain me and feed me. What do you think, Matthew?
So my question would be, where do you think the line is, west, east, socialism, capitalism? Because that plays into it majorly, isn't it? Because people have their issues with capitalism, and there's a lot of issues to be had with capitalism. Sure. But on the whole, it is the most beneficial way of bringing people out of poverty and seeing countries thrive. Whereas socialism, well, it takes nations down very dark paths, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
Well, socialism, what it does, it takes everybody's money from everyone, and it takes it to a government who equalises that money and just distributes it out to the people. If you want to see socialism in action, go to North Korea. Go to North Korea and you tell me if those people are happy, thriving, having fun. I can tell you now they're not. But they're all completely equal. Nobody earns more than anybody else. The food situation is terrible out there. We have to have capitalism in a society so that people can work their way out of poverty. That is what capitalism offers to people. In this nation, what capitalism offers to people is that they can claim benefits and not work, whilst everybody else works for them, which also is detrimental to society right now. It should be those that are in need. If you have a severe disability, then we have to look after you. That is only right, isn't it, Matthew?
Yes, absolutely. But there's this narcissism with the spirit of the ages narcissism that we've got in the West as well, which is disliking capitalism, is saying this is not the way because it requires effort. Like you just said, people can get on the ladder, people can work themselves out of poverty, but that requires effort, doesn't it? And people aren't. There's some people who aren't willing to put that effort in. Therefore, capitalism is bad.
I think we're lazy. I hate to say it, but I think we are lazy. Because the way that Britain works, which is a wonderful system in the way of we look after those who are most needy, but there are people who take a piss. And they're taking the piss out of the system. It's even like a hereditary thing where you get these families whose parents don't work, the grandparents have never worked, the great-grandparents have never worked. They just never work, so they just get handouts all the way down. I know people like that, right? And they can't hold down a job for more than 2 minutes. They're constantly stepping from job to job to job to stay. They don't like being told what to do. Something has gone dramatically wrong in our systems where we are facilitating people to be lazy. But I also think the problem is that we don't have purpose in life anymore. I think our purpose is done, so we look to entertainment for purpose. We need purpose, and I think that's what Jesus offers us, that's what Christianity offers us in life, is purpose. And once you take that element out of it, we've taken it out of the schools, we've taken it out of the businesses, the workplace. Once you take that element out of society, we've got people who are really struggling. They've got no purpose in life. And I've dealt with all sorts. We got mental health groups that happen here where men come in suicidal. They read the Bible, they attend church, they attend Bible studies and everything. And the only word I know how to use for that is healed. They are healed of these things. They don't deal with suicidal thoughts. They don't deal with anxiety and depression. Why? Because purpose is back in their life. Right? So I think we need to just sit back and have a look at the world at the moment. There's a lot of countries that are struggling. There's a lot of people that are in poverty, in starvation. A lot of people are being controlled, but we won't go there because that's another video. But we are very privileged here in the UK, and we need to acknowledge the privileges that we have here. And I'm not on about white privilege. Oh my gosh, they're overly self woke people. What I'm on about is we are privileged in our economy, we are privileged in our society, but we do need kind of a reform of those things to get back to the values of what those things are supposed to be. There's a value to the social system that we need to reevaluate because it's getting out of control. There's a value to our economy, the capitalism, which we need to reevaluate because it's getting out of control. Once we get back to the absolute diamonds of the foundation of these things, I think we're going to have an amazing country again. And I'm all for Britain being great. Great Britain. There's a reason why we call it that. So don't look to the left, don't look to the right, don't look to the west, don't look to the east. Look up, Britain. Land of hope and glory.